you mentioned a safety stock, but more storage often means blocked cash. So how much inventory would you recommend?
Well, that all depends on the processes you have in your company. For example, you need to be covered for an entire production process. And depending on the businesses, these production processes may take between a couple of days to a month to 6 months to a year. So then on the one hand, you need to be covered for an entire production cycle. And then in the same time, you need to take into consideration that in order to get new raw material supply to repeat your production cycle, there is a certain time required to get the goods from your supplier to your own facility. So, for example, if you get your raw materials from somewhere nearby, and if you just have to pay the higher price, but you get them, let's say, within a week, and your production cycle is not a very long one, it would be a week or two also, then let's say a month of inventory would be more than sufficient. If you, however, get your goods from overseas, and overseas would mean either the US coast or some companies would get their raw materials out of New Zealand, well then you need to look and make sure you're covered for, let's say, 6 months, because the sea freight alone may take easily 3 months to get from New Zealand to your production place. So it all depends on the processes, but you need to be very, very specific when you define and be very accurate in your planning, in your long-term planning.